Hello and welcome to Let's Talk. Today, Mayor Ortis and I are going to talk about something that's really, really important, so please listen. Hi, Mayor, how you
How
doing?
are you, Elaine?
I'm doing really well.
Great.
And I know we want to talk about voting and how important voting is, so you're on.
Well, thank you. And today, as you know, is the 15th of March, and it is primary day in Florida. It is Super Tuesday. And with that, the city of Pembroke Pines coordinated their city elections with two districts, Commissioner Seipel's District 3 and Commissioner Schwartz's District 2, to
Right.
coincide with that Super Tuesday, so we didn't have...
And the mayor.
Well, the mayor got reelected unopposed,
Yes.
thank God, so we don't have
Yes.
to worry about that. And we thank the people for that.
Absolutely.
But those two elections are also working today, along with the national elections. And what you said, how important it is to vote. Now, I've been talking to people who aren't even registered. And I told them, I said, don't you realize that people in countries are being shot trying to exercise their right to vote?
Yep.
We're a democracy. No matter what you think, one vote, and it happens every election cycle, one vote matters.
It sure matters.
One vote matters. So now let's take today. We have the local, as I said, and the primaries for the nominating for national elections as well. Now, if it goes with all the other states, somebody takes all of the preponderance of delegates.
99 delegates in Florida, and they all go to one person, whoever gets
That's
the
a
most.
it's a super majority. And they winner take all.
Winner take all.
Right. So now they add up all of those throughout the states, and whoever has the majority of them is technically the winner in the electoral college.
Right.
Now, you could have a split vote where you have to have a brokered convention. That means you go to the convention, whether it's Republican or Democrat, the delegates who are elected to those conventions.
Are they elected or are they assigned there by the people that are elected?
They're elected by caucuses. That's how it works.
Okay.
Depending on how many representatives get how many delegates, that's how many people run for that spot. As an example, if I wanted Hillary to win, I'd be a Hillary delegate. So I'd run for
How would you get to be a Hillary delegate?
May 7th. The Democratic caucus is here at Broward College for the Democratic convention in Philadelphia in July.
So, for instance, if you were a Democrat, Debbie Wasserman Schultz wouldn't choose you. You would have to be elected
It'd be separately, totally
separately.
You're elected by voters on that caucus day.
Okay.
You heard about all these caucuses,
Yes.
Iowa, same kind of a concept where you go for that. Then there are super delegates, but they're elected by the caucus people who are elected.
Ah, that's what
So
I
it's a
meant.
process. Now,
Those are the super
yeah,
delegates.
those go to the conventions and vote. I've been to every Democratic convention since 1976. So I'm going to run as a delegate for this one as well.
Oh, how
My
nice.
final hurrah, so to speak.
What the heck?
Yeah. So and it should be interesting. So that's how that process works. But now you're up into November.
Right.
Now everybody has to vote.
Must vote.
There'll be a Republican nominee and there'll be a Democratic nominee. If there's a third party, but there hasn't been one, then you have to get out to vote for one of them. You have to get out and vote.
Yep.
You have to tell
Doesn't
yourself
matter
that
who you vote for.
that's right.
You gotta vote.
There has to be somebody that has something of your interest to make you want to vote. Because, like I said, there are a lot of precincts, and one precinct could be one vote. And it's happened in the past where candidates have lost by one vote.
That's right.
So we want everybody to vote. You know, it's just the American way. Vote. Now, our government may not always work, but it's the only one that does work. You know what I mean? Out of all the countries, we're the only government that does work.
That's
May not like it, but it does work. And it's governed by us.
And the only part we have to play is get out and vote.
That's it. And you have so many ways to do it now. You could vote by ballot, early, absentee. You could vote early voting, which is just concluded, or you can go to the poll that day. There's a lot of ways to make it easy for you to cast your vote.
And what you need is a
Driver's license and an
driver's
ID.
license.
If you're registered, you have to register 45 days before the actual day of election. So when the November election comes around, you have plenty
You
of
just
time.
have to be the right age.
You have to be 18. I happen to like, I visit the polls on election day, but I happen to like to vote absentee.
Yeah, I do too.
So it gets sent to me. Now, this was easy during this primary, but if the general election has 50 to 60 ballot issues, you can sit in your own office at home, your own table, take your time, read them thoroughly,
Right.
mark them, and then go vote. Or you go to the vote.
You just need to do your homework
Exactly.
for a few months before.
They send you a sample ballot.
Well, I mean,
Very
you
simple.
need to know who you want to
Right.
vote for
I-
based on what's right for
Right.
you, for your part of the country.
I just don't understand how somebody could say, I'm undecided.
Yeah,
There's
I
got to
don't,
be somebody that
Right.
piques your interest to say, I'm going to vote for that person.
that's right.
You just don't say at the last day, I'm not sure.
How could you still not be sure?
Not if you've
after
done your
months?
research. Somebody has to be standing for something that you like and you stand for. I just don't get it.
The newspapers do their picks.
One, yeah,
They-
the Sentinel is the only one now that endorses. The Herald hasn't
Herald?
endorsed in years.
Oh, well,
years.
I know that, I read the Sentinel, so
Yeah,
it's
the Sentinel
been
does endorse,
endorsing.
yes.
This year, it only endorsed the Democrat.
Correct.
Did not endorse a Republican
They
candidate.
think the Republican Party is not worthy of endorsement. That's up to the
Yeah,
sunset.
I never saw anything like that before.
Strange election year.
Yes, but we have to vote.
We have to
There's
vote.
still people to vote for
Exactly.
this election year, even whether you like them all or you like some, you gotta like somebody.
When have we ever had an election cycle where we've had so many people running on one party? Just
Yeah.
amazing. But, like you said, somebody has to be there to pique your
But
interest.
all you have to do is read the papers, watch television, talk to people,
Google, whatever you
Google,
want to do. Research,
right.
do your research.
do a little research. It's
Doesn't take-
not very
And
hard,
it doesn't take long.
and it's important.
It's important. One of the most important things
I've
you're
become
gonna
a
do.
political junkie
Well,
since,
you know what? Yeah, and those that aren't just have to say, I'm going to take the time to vote. Very simple.
Yeah, I'm what's called a super voter. You know what that means?
Yes, you vote a lot.
You vote a lot. You vote
Me
in
too.
every little.
I vote
Election.
on everything, yep.
Mayor Ortis,
Elaine,
thank you
always
so
a
much.
pleasure. To our residents and to our listeners, it's just an honor and a privilege, and we want to thank you.
I want to thank you. And we all want to thank you. Please, please go out and vote. We don't care who you vote for. Maybe we do, but we're not saying. And for OCTV, I'm Elaine Kugelman, and thank you for joining us today. My last word to you is, get out and vote.